Jason Lowe's life, and the kids just went to bed, so I am alone tonight. Actually, I wonder if I did. What would this look like? Just kind of. Hopefully, it's not too loud. We got kind of a weird, a lot of stuff going on. Oh, that doesn't help at all. What if we did? Whoa, that's kind of weird. I wonder if I could project stuff on my face like that. Anyways, so I just wanted to give a quick update about what we're working on, where we've been. Been doing a lot with the Racine Video Production Workshop, which Racine Video for short. I'm thinking about giving it a different name. It's basically the youth program that I run doing YouTube videos with them. And I think, at least for now, I'm going to be putting a lot more time into that for a variety of reasons. Part of it is like I've formed these obsessions, and so right now it's like, just think about it a lot. And I'm like, okay, what can we do to make this better? What kind of videos can we put out? What videos do we have? Where can we post them? That kind of stuff. So, yeah, nothing too. Oops, hold on. Leah's texting me. We just sold a microwave, and she wanted to make sure that because we used Facebook, that I'm safe. So, yeah, just been putting a lot of time into the Racine Video Production Workshop, and excited to see it grow. And we actually have started to, I guess, to give a little backstory. So, Racine Video Production Workshop started off as an extension, I guess, of the theater at the local high school. And it was the teacher there that was taking on a media class, so I was volunteering with her. And then she said, well, you know what? Why don't, we might be able to have you do some programming and then get paid. And then, it wasn't going to be very much. So we asked for a little bit, and basically it was just a way to like get paid something for all the hours I'm volunteering. So, I was putting in a crazy number of hours, even though it wasn't getting paid for a crazy number of hours. And then we made videos around the theater. And so we did that for 2 years, and each year we got a little bit more in depth, got a little bit more money. Again, it was hardly any money. It was just like, probably covered gas and eventually some equipment. But if I didn't take any of it, as just doing it as a volunteer. So then that's why I always say I got paid sort of in equipment. So anyways, when third year came, we had, was it the third year? Anyways, at one point there was an issue because of where we were, so we did it at the Creative Center. That was the year COVID hit. So we were doing it at the Racine Creative Center, which I've talked about in the past. And then the COVID hit, and when COVID hit, we went, all online. Actually, the contract disappeared. They were just like, hey, I said, hey, I can do it online. I got a ton of experience doing online courses. It'd be super easy to do. And they're like, no, we just don't know. They were behind, and they didn't want to like assume that I knew what I was talking about, which was silly because I could have given them examples, but it is what it is. So they cut the contract, and then the whole year, I think it was a whole year where we did online. Again, didn't get paid super well. Was definitely working too hard. I think I was even getting paid a little less. It might have been 2 years after that. So anyways, then after COVID came back, we did a year. It was like, I think we didn't do a full year. I think we started a little bit late, if I remember correctly. And then we started doing the film. So we've been doing filmmaking for that whole year, where we were doing original films, shorts and stuff like that, which is an interest of mine. And then this year, before that year ended, one of the students came up to the photography teacher and said, hey, I want to do a podcast. It'd be really cool. Could be good for the school, blah, blah, blah. Photography teacher contacted me. The student talked to the principal. Basically, we decided, that'd be a cool way to start. So it was hard because I was kind of putting my budget together because you have to put it like way in advance. And I wasn't really sure if it would stick or not, podcasting, whatever. So, I have to say this year we've been doing podcasts, and it's been probably one of our best years. We have a ton of kids interested. I think we have a team of like 15, about 10 each, not each workshop, but I would say 10 is like our average. Like today, I think we had 8, but it's Thanksgiving weekend, so I don't think a lot of people didn't realize we even had workshop today, because we're only going to have it today and not have it for the rest of the week. So yeah, it's just been a lot of fun, and it kind of has put to the point where I'm like, oh, I could really see how we could get some grants and then turn this into a basically a podcasting, and studio is not the right word, but more, I guess it had to be a studio component, but like a network, like a podcast network for these local teens. And especially with like utilizing the diversity of our school, because it's a pretty diverse school. I forget the percentages, but if you go to like certain schools in Kenosha, it's like all white. If you go to other schools, so ours I think is 60%. It's like 40%. I don't remember. I can't remember. I know it's 60%. It's got a pretty high number though of like low income families, which also, yeah. So it's with that comes diversity of religion, diversity of situations, diversity of ethnic backgrounds, diversity of gender, gender identification, that kind of stuff. So the plan right now is to do, I forget, like 5 podcasts. So right now we're doing the Eagle Time podcast is like the main podcast. And that's sort of the message, right? No negative stuff. And that one goes out to the whole school. Then we have Black Student Union, which we put sometimes in Eagle Time. Then we have Focus on Disability. And then we have a couple more that we're working on, maybe something related to the Latino Student Union. I'm not sure if I want to do the whole, just because of learning lessons from the Black Student Union. We might do something a little bit more like the Focus on Disabilities, but Focus on Disabilities only has one host, which I think could be problematic long term. So, and then, so we have Eagle Time, Focus on Disabilities, Black Student Union, Latino Student Union, and probably a 5th one that we haven't decided yet. And we might ask the Asian Student Union, just because I feel bad we haven't included them, but I wouldn't mind getting like an LGBTQ. But we'll have to figure that out and kind of play it by ear. But then we want to do, what was that for? So probably 5, and then one more that's covering police. Sort of, I was doing some research because there's some crime prevention grants out there for youth programming, and I found the U.S. Justice Department said, police departments having a podcast actually has helped a lot with crime reduction. Gives them a chance to ask them questions about like what should they do in certain situations. It allows like transparency. It allows humanizing of the police. So then it's more of a conversation. And so my goal is to do something like that. The question becomes with all of these is like, can we get Eagle Time's like the one that's already funded, and everything else we're hoping to get grants to cover. So that's where a lot of my time's going to go. But I would like to be doing occasional like updates like this. And I do have like a big, I don't want to share it yet because I feel like, well, I could share. I would like to do some more travel vlogs, maybe connected with family travel with this. So the hard part right now is sort of balancing out like how many hours do I put towards this project, how many hours do I put this project. But it feels really good because, and then Harm as well, which Leah's working on. But the goal is to have Leah do Harm, and I'm only there like, I only have to put like an hour or 2 a week. And then she could help also with the podcast, so that as long as, again, if the funding's there. So that's kind of like where we are at with YouTube in general. I might start sharing stuff on here from those other channels just so you can see. Thank you for watching. I apologize for the weird lighting, but I'm kind of curious to see how it looks when I rewatch this. Thank you. Tell me what you think of the lighting. Should we get kind of like the idea of playing around with some lights? So love you all. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. It's coming up quick.